of hearing from some speakers, introducing some folks, they get to do all those dishes. So, better them than us, right? Okay, first of all, we have some guests we'd like to introduce. Obviously, Bob has a great family, and we want to start off by having them stand when they're announced. His children are here. Mary is here. Stand up. Terry and Larry. And of course, first and foremost is Alice. Hi, Alice. There's also some other members of the family here, including some grandkids, so I'm going to name them off, and please stand up, and we'll get all of you announced. Lisa and Eric. Also, Carl and Jessica. And Katie. Also, we have Alicia and Jeb. And Emily and Steve. Robbie and Ashley. And Evie, right in front here. And also there are two great-grandchildren, Owen and Aiden. Stephanie, I forgot you. I'm sorry, Stephanie. Also here tonight, we have some past winners of this award, so we would like to introduce those in attendance. In 1984, Mr. Golby was our recipient. And also here tonight from 1988, Del Scotland. And in 1994, the Windmont Park Lighting Committee was first recognized, and in attendance tonight are Eileen Eilers, and Brent and Joe Huffman. And in the year 2000, Dr. Charles Warthen from Blackhawk College was our recipient. And in 04, Brock Templeson. So welcome to one and all. It's good to have everybody here this evening. We've got three speakers we're going to hear from before we hear from the main man here tonight, as Bob will have some words for us. But first of all, to kick off our Ambassador Club Outstanding Citizen Award Banquet, we would like to hear from one of the nominators, because there were 74 people that signed the petition. So we didn't want to have all 74 talk tonight, because that would take a while. But Brent Huffman, please come up and give your speech.
Thank you, sir. Well, you guys thought you might was looking for a treat, but it's going to be a treatment. They told me to make it short and sweet and take my seat, but I came prepared. Half of my speech was welcoming everybody. I do want to thank the Ambassadors Club and the Chamber for for making Bob the Outstanding Citizen. I tried to get him 6 years ago and he got passed over, but he kept working. I would like for you guys, instead of looking at me, look at this fellow, because I get nervous and I stand for a long time. And just so everybody know who this is, I'd like for you to repeat after me. Robert Bob Neirynck. I want to say it 3 times in succession. Are we ready? When I say 3, go 1, 2, 3. Robert Bob Neirynck. Robert Bob Neirynck. Robert Bob Neirynck. That's him, all right. I don't see him, but I had something prepared for Dave Clark, because he came to my garage when we first started this Winmont lighting, and he wrote about everybody except Bob. And Bob had made the stuff to begin with. I really was upset with him for a couple of years, but he's made up for it since. I think I'm going to change his name from Robert Bob Neirynck to Winmont Lighting, because that's what he's well known for. We have a lot of things in the park that we're still using that he made from the first year that we had it. You guys are looking at me. I told you to look at Bob. He made most of the stuff in Rattles's garage and machine shed, and it was on nothing but a big old vise and bending rebar. And I'll tell you what, he would draw the pictures on the floor in chalk, and then as he made stuff for it, he would after he bent it, he would lay it down to make sure that it fit. And then when he got the whole thing laid out, then he would start to weld. And I knew when he had done a real good job, because he'd start to sing and whistle. And then he was really happy. He knows more country songs than Johnny Cash. Well, I got a bunch of more stuff, but that's enough. I've got my time.
Thanks, Brent.
Thank you.
Up next is somebody that many of you don't know. We've had the pleasure of having dinner with him tonight, and I'm sure you're going to find him interesting and entertaining as well. Sometimes I guess Bob hangs out in Vegas and works for this man, so we are excited, and we welcome John Rockford from Las Vegas.
Well, you don't all know me, but I know this guy for a long time. I just said I'm from Las Vegas, and I got to know Alice and Bob about 12 years ago when they come out on their winter excursions. And we got together. My wife worked at the same apartment complex, and she was the maintenance man. That's why I married her. Anyway, I got introduced to Bob and Alice and some of their friends down there. And we used to go down to breakfast on a Sunday, and cookouts, and go to casinos and buffets and all that. And then the girls would go and gamble on slot machines. Bob would fall asleep in the lounge, and I'd go wandering off somewhere. Until they lost all their money, then we go home and take them home. That's, as I said, it was about 12 years ago. And let's see, what we got? I'm getting old, my eyes not that good, you know. Anyway, Bob's been working with me out there for a long time. I've been trying to train him, you know. I have a small business out there, and I've been trying to train him how to mop floors and repair locks and paint and build houses and everything else out there. I think he pushed me off the ladder twice. And back in 2001 when he was out there, actually I fell off the ladder and broke my back. He was the guy that took over the business for me for about 3 months. And I never forgot him for that. But I think he was to blame for it anyway. Big lads. And then we used to enjoy hearing from Bob and Alice about Kiwani, and it took me a long time to pronounce it. It took me a long time to pronounce his last name. Neirynck. Not Neirynck. I don't know what it was. I still don't.